Bethesda is a topic that I haven't discussed in quite a while now, and that's mainly because I don't like Bethesda that much. I don't like what they do to their fans, and I don't like the quality of the games that they have been releasing. They've been pretty poor in comparison to stuff that they were releasing back in the day. But recently, they actually just released an Indiana Jones game that has Troy Baker voicing Indy, and I actually got a chance to play it, and it was pretty good. I mean, I probably wouldn't go back and play it again, because once you play it the first time, there's really not much to do afterwards, but it was really good, and I was really surprised that it was made by Bethesda, let alone Todd Howard. And playing that game really got me thinking about when will we see Elder Scrolls 6? With The Witcher 4 finally getting an announcement and a possible release date, this has gotten a lot of fans on Twitter and Reddit talking about when will we see Elder Scrolls 6. And a lot of people are starting to theorize when the release date might be coming, especially with us being in 2025. A lot of them think that the release date is soon. But with that in mind, today I wanted to go back and talk about Elder Scrolls 6 and where we might be at with Elder Scrolls 6 getting a release date, especially with us finally being in 2025 and the release date for the announcement of Elder Scrolls 6 being so far back. I mean, we've got to be coming close to some kind of release date, if not another trailer. But let's go ahead and let's talk about Elder Scrolls 6 and what is going on with Bethesda. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to support me. I would really appreciate it. And also, if you have any thoughts, let me know down in the comments section. But with that out of the way, let's get into the video. So the last thing we heard about Elder Scrolls 6 was the very small amount of information during the announcement Bethesda made 6 years ago. Now, when this announcement was made, nobody expected that we'd be getting the game anytime soon at that point, because Starfield was on the horizon, and along with Fallout 76 being the closest thing to launch, but we expected that we would hopefully hear some updates along the way. Well, boy, were we so goddamn wrong. According to a post made by Bethesda on Twitter, the Elder Scrolls 6 game did not enter in full production until after the base game for Starfield wrapped up, and Starfield only released over 2 years ago. Knowing how long Bethesda normally takes to put out these games, it will probably be a long time before we see a trailer or even gameplay for Elder Scrolls 6, but as of right now, the diehard fans are still trying to speculate on what the setting is going to be and what kind of gameplay mechanics will make it into the game, and or when the game might finally get a second trailer or release date. Now, a lot of problems that fans are worried about is the quality of Elder Scrolls 6. And that's mainly because of how Starfield underperformed in the eyes of fans, and it left a lot to be desired for. Especially the new DLC that launched back in October, even that was not enough to sway the fans back into Bethesda's favor, as the DLC was considered to be so much worse than the actual game. One fan described the situation like this: ever since Bethesda finished the base game of Starfield, full production on the Elder Scrolls 6 has finally started. And while there are many reasons to be worried of the quality of the next Elder Scrolls, we're going to have to cross that bridge when we get there. Comments like that, it's really easy to see the level of concern that many fans have about Elder Scrolls 6. Because, I mean, let's be real here, their track record over the last couple of games have been awful. We got Fallout 76, which didn't have NPCs when the game launched, and Starfield. And it's really easy to see that many people are just really hoping that they do a good job with this game. I kind of treat Bethesda like Rockstar in terms of game announcements. When they announce a game, I'll just keep tabs on it, and if they announce anything new, cool. It's kind of hard to hold your breath when it comes to waiting for a new project from either of these companies. And it's just, I really hope that they bring what was good back into Elder Scrolls. A game that's not bogged down by pointless microtransactions and terrible RPG mechanics like Starfield. I just hope that they have a good story and they do a good job. Is that too much to ask from this company? Apparently it is. See, the issue with Elder Scrolls right now is because of how many fans don't trust Bethesda anymore. Many fans believe that Bethesda will probably just end up copying and pasting Skyrim over onto Elder Scrolls 6. And the best way for Bethesda to make sure Elder Scrolls 6 is any good is that they need to do like a Kaioken times 10 on Skyrim and make something that has a better engine, better quest lines, better overall story, and better combat. Because without making some real improvements with the franchise, this might be the last Elder Scrolls game that they make. They'll end up like Ubisoft, who will most likely have to sell off some of their IPs if the next Assassin's Creed fails. Even in 2025 now, we still have no news in regards to what is going on with Elder Scrolls 6. We have no concrete information to go off of. Many people are just hoping that Bethesda will give us an update this year, but honestly, I would not be too hopeful for an update anytime soon, because they do have a couple more games scheduled to launch in 2025. A lot of their development team are probably split among the various games that they're working on, so we'll have to see what is going on with it. But there are also rumors that Elder Scrolls 6 might be Todd Howard's last game at Bethesda, because let's be real here, the man is getting old, and God only knows how long it's going to take for this game to release. Todd Howard himself said that he's not getting any younger, and by the time this game releases, he will most likely be ready to call it quits. There's just so little to go on, and the only good news I have are the rumors of a possible Elder Scrolls Oblivion remake finally being in the works. So let's take a minute and let's talk about some of the leaks and rumors that are going on with Oblivion Remake, or Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remake. Let's get into it. So Oblivion's remake has been something that many fans have been requesting for God only knows how long. I mean, we all thought originally that we were going to get a Fallout 3 remake, but I'll take this game too, because I really enjoyed Oblivion. But the origins of where this leak/rumor comes from is from a Bethesda LinkedIn account that states that there is a remake in active development being helmed by a different studio. Now, obviously this doesn't confirm that it is Oblivion, but there is a high chance considering Oblivion will be getting close to a 20th anniversary next year. An Xbox insider who is also a friend of the channel, Jez Corden, also stated that the remake would get an announcement at an Xbox Developer Direct conference in January 2025, which is very likely considering the company has done these Developer Directs every year since 2023. Now, whether or not this is going to actually become a real remake or not remains to be seen, but I would be really excited to see this game finally get a remake. Not only just for the memes, but this game is pretty great. If you guys haven't played it, I highly recommend you guys go out and try it, because Oblivion is just one of those games that you need to experience if you're playing the Elder Scrolls franchise. If it does not turn out to be an Elder Scrolls Oblivion remake, I would really hope that it's a Fallout 3 remake, because Fallout 3 could definitely use a remake as well. It could be in the cards to get a remake, but again, I would take all of this information with a grain of salt, as it is just a leak or a rumor and it's not really confirmed yet. But yeah, that's really all the information I have for you guys. So there's really not a lot to go on in terms of Elder Scrolls 6, and with the failure of Starfield, Bethesda's really going to have to work twice as hard to get back into the good graces of their fans. And I think the first step in trying to fix their reputation is to get away from the live service elements of their games. Like Todd Howard said a couple months ago that he wished that he could go back and add in more of a lifespan with a live service element to the older games, which is just awful. It's so greedy, and so many people don't like it. It's just, I think they either need to come out with Elder Scrolls 6 or an Elder Scrolls Oblivion. There's got to be an Elder Scrolls game coming soon, because it's been a long time since we've gotten anything that is a big franchise from them. The Indiana Jones game was a very lucky shot, but to me, I think the only way that they can really fix their company is by getting rid of Todd Howard, or hiring somebody that can have the same responsibilities as him and just let him take a back seat for a little bit. There's so much riding on this game, and I really hope that the fans get the game that they deserve finally, because it's been a long time since we've gotten something good from Bethesda that is either Fallout or Elder Scrolls, like a big franchise that they're well known for. Once again, that's all I really have for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also comment your thoughts down below. And don't forget to check out my recent video on Dead Space 3. There is an audio issue with the video, but I still think it's worth checking out. But until next time, guys, thank you for watching and have a good night.